Right, and we're back. Recently, we've had a wave of new leaks and reports surrounding Apple's iPhone 18 lineup. And today, I just want to break down what's been reported, the latest information iPhone 18 Pro. Early rumors claim Apple was moving the selfie camera to the top left of the display. That would have meant killing the dynamic island completely. The reaction was mostly negative from the feedback from the leaks. A lot of people said that it looked awkward and didn't feel like an iPhone. But newer leaks suggest that that was just a misunderstanding. According to the latest reports, the camera isn't moving at all. If true, this would mark the first size change in the dynamic island since its launch in 2022 because it is rumored to be a lot smaller in the next iPhone. Where the original rumor came from, it leaked Face ID components, which you can see in the picture. It showed parts of the system shifting position. At a glance, it looks easy to mistake this for a relocated selfie camera. This is actually the Face ID flood illuminator, not the front facing camera. So the part to the left is not the camera, it's just an illuminator, which is already part of the camera as is currently. That component would be placed under the display while the main camera remains center. In some major upgrades and feature focus, beyond that, the iPhone 18 Pro is expected to receive a major display upgrade. Apple is reportedly using a LTPO Plus display for the very first time. This brings better battery efficiency, cooler operation, and smoother refresh rates, significantly higher brightness. Multiple sources say the brightness is a major focus this year. One report even claims Apple is removing a display supplier because they can't meet the new brightness standard. Exact numbers haven't leaked yet, but even a jump from 3,000 nits to 3,500 or 4,000 nits will be very noticeable, especially in outdoors and direct sunlight. Because even at 3,000 nits, from my own personal use, I still struggle to see what's on the screen when my phone is directly in the sunlight. And we got some design and hardware changes. Design wise, the iPhone 18 Pro is expected to look mostly similar to the iPhone 17 Pro. Apple is sticking with the aluminum unibody design, but is reframing the two-tone finish to look more seamless, which, is kind of funny because I know a lot of people that actually like the different tones between, the colors when you look at the phone from the back. So that's very interesting that they are tackling that in the next iPhone. The phone may also be slightly thicker as Apple looks to fit a larger battery inside. Now, this is something that I've been wanting Apple to do, and they did kind of do this in the 17 iPhone. I think prioritizing thin over battery size was the wrong move, and it should never been a objective. I am more than happy to get a thicker phone if it means longer and bigger battery life. That's just me personally. Let me know in the comments below if you disagree. One noticeable change involves the camera control button. Apple reports that simplifying the button after data show most users don't use the touch or the swipe gestures. Apparently, the gestures and the touch, all that in that button is very expensive. And if people are not going to use it, Apple is like, well, we might as well get rid of it. The new version will support pressure and physical clicks only. It's rare for Apple to walk back a feature this quickly, but this change likely won't affect most users, as it's been reported that mofos don't use this, and I am one of those said mofos. I actually dislike the button because when I do accidentally click it, it brings up the camera and all that. And really, the button to me serves no purpose. I don't use it. I don't use it how it was intended to be used. I don't know. Maybe if you're a photographer or a camera person, maybe this feature was useful for you. But I just know someone who just makes phone calls, text messages, and takes a few pictures, it's really more annoying than anything. So yeah, Apple's is to get rid of that since it would be a nice cost savings for the next iPhone. Performance. On the performance side, the iPhone 18 Pro is expected to ship with Apple's A20 chip. This means gains in performance, efficiency, security, and privacy. Overall, this phone feels more refined than revolutionary, I guess you could say, especially compared to Apple's next big swing, which we all know is the iPhone Fold, also known as iPhone Ultra. don't know, there's nothing confirmed about the naming sequence of this phone. For months, we thought it would look like two iPhone Airs side by side, but new leaks show something very different. The design still is still a book style, but the form factor is shorter and wider, which gives it a little weird look. I gotta say, I don't like it. And it sounds odd until you see why. When you unfold, the display uses a 4:3 aspect ratio. This makes it feel more like an iPad. This works especially well for watching videos, multitasking, and window apps. I don't know. Like I said, I don't like it. I don't like it. And on the engineering side, Samsung is reported to be supplying the displays. Apple and Samsung has a long history of Samsung's display being used in iPhones. And even at the CES this year, Samsung showed a foldable prototype that almost had no visible crease in their foldable phone. If you look closely, there's still a faint crease if you go back and look at the CES footage, but it's barely noticeable. But Apple is working on proprietary liquid metal hinge to reduce this even further. So making a complete foldable screen without a noticeable crease really would be Apple, because Apple, even though they're late to the party, they always come to the party in best dress, I guess you could say. And when they come to the party, it's with a better product and a better visual, and everything is better than what the competitors have on the market when it does come to market. This device is clearly being built around the display first, which I do think display for a foldable phone is very make or break, because a lot of people cannot stand the crease in the middle when you fold a phone and unfold a phone. From some angles, the design feels bulky, unfamiliar, and even with premium materials like glass and titanium, it does immediately feel like a traditional iPhone. Now, they could be doing that on purpose, but I really don't see Apple making a phone that really doesn't align with, I guess, their other phones. I don't know. I don't like this foldable phone. I definitely don't like it at this ratio. But leaks suggest that there's only rear-facing cameras, a 48 megapixel wide lens, and a 48 megapixel ultra wide lens. There is no telephoto lens, which is surprising at this price point, because this foldable phone is supposed to be the most expensive iPhone on the market when it does come to market, as far as their other Pro lineup. So you're getting, I guess I should say, you're getting charged $2,000 to $2,500, and you're not going to have the best camera out of the Pro lineup, which is kind of it's going to be a head scratcher. I don't think they're going to do this, because it doesn't really make sense to me personally. I'm still not sold on this design. Like I said, I don't like this design. I didn't even like it when it was rendered with the two iPhone Airs folding on each other. I don't like foldable phones, and I all right. All right, I'm be honest. I'm gonna say this looks ugly. It looks ugly. There's no way around it. It just looks ugly. But pricing is where things get serious. Early estimates were around $1,800. New reports push closer to $2,000 to $2,400. That puts it in the high-end MacBook Pro territory, which is insane to think about a phone costing as much as a MacBook. But we're kind of already in that territory. This is just gonna further push you over a cliff, I should say. Historically, Apple doesn't enter new categories at competitive prices. They launch high to showcase engineering first, and they're the best in the game, and they're the best on the market. This device isn't about volume, it's about making a statement. So I don't, even with all this in the rumored price, I think Apple knows this is not going to be like the most successful, most sale iPhone generator. I think that's still going to be for the cheaper tiers or the more affordable, even though those more affordable prices are still expensive. I just think this is supposed to be like a new premium, because that's why it's also rumored to have the Ultra name on it. So it's supposed to be the most premium phone that you can get. And once you get into that range, Apple already knows this phone is not going to be for everybody. And folds are really not that popular. I mean, even today, even with all the time and effort from other people like Samsung and other phone makers pouring in a lot of money and making foldable phones, they're less than 1% of the entire phone market. So they're not popular at all. This could be Apple's attempt to change that. I'm still on the fence. I really don't think, even if Apple came to the market with this, that they are really going to move the foldable phone needle as far as market capture in my eyes. So, and this kind of reminds me of the Vision Pro. They came with the Vision Pro. It was super expensive, like $3,400. No one bought it. I mean, it is a premium product, but no one bought it. Even with that, it didn't fix all the issues that we have with virtual headsets. It still has some challenges. So at $3,400, and you still got challenges. I mean, who is that made for? And I kind of feel like we're gonna have the same outcome with this foldable phone, but I could be wrong. Let me know in the comments about all the rumors and what you think and what you expect the price point to be, and if this foldable phone is for you. Because I'm gonna just say it right now, it ain't for me. Nah, especially not at $2,400. Yeah, I'm not the target audience. But let me know in the comments below how you feel, what you think about the rumors.